values of the Broadcasting Corporation of Oyo State. And yes, we are networking Okeogun 96.3 FM, Agility 92.1 FM. And well, yes, our own opinions. You have the opportunity of giving your own opinions too about these stories read to you via the phone lines when the time comes. You can check us up on Facebook. You'll meet us there, and we're also streaming Oluyole 90.5 right here in the city of Ibadan. The program is Conversation this morning. Yes, Bimbo Akombi is my name, and today Billy is here. Billy Ayoronide. Yes, he's here with me this morning.
Well, good morning and thanks for joining us on the program.
Well, we have stories making the rounds here, talking about state police here now. State police. There have been agitations, like we have said on the program in earlier editions. Agitations for state police. The president now is very determined to ensure that the state police, comes to stay on all states of the police. And this is because of the security challenges being faced by Nigeria, by states, local governments all across the country. Talking about insurgency, talking about other farmers attacks, talking about abductions. Yes, the President Tinubu-led administration is now fully set to ensure that the state police apparatus comes to stay. Now, he gave a standing order, yes, that states must create state police. Well, the focus now is how to get this state police, in place, to set the focus, the what do I call it? The implementation, yes, how to get it, on the right path, and how to make it work effectively. Now, the IGP, Tunji Disu, gets set for state police. He has inaugurated an 8-man committee on implementation. Tinubu has sworn them in, and lawyers have set agenda for the police chief. Yes, let's see what that is all about here now. And I know some people.
Well, let me take some excerpts from the Vanguard newspaper. It says the push for state police gathered momentum yesterday as newly sworn in Inspector General of Police, Mr. Tunji Disu, inaugurated a high-powered committee to develop a framework for its implementation, declaring that decentralized policing has come to stay. The move comes amid renewed national debate and repeated calls for state police, as well as President Bola Tinubu's recent charge to the National Assembly to amend the 1999 Constitution to accommodate it as part of broader security reforms. Disu, who succeeded Mr. Kaode Egbetokun, was sworn in yesterday by Tinubu as the 23rd Indigenous Inspector General of Police at the Presidential Villa, Abuja. Said the committee's assignment is significant and timely given Nigeria's evolving security challenges. Well, it is a boost for the country. I mean, it says boost for state police as IGP sets up a panel on framework. That will be his first assignment, and thank God he's just sworn in. He was given the vision. That's the first mission for the man, that please go and begin the inauguration of the state police, and that is it. And he's coming with a right mind, even to do it. But he also talked about the fears of political misuse of state police. He said on concerns that state governors may hijack a state police for political vendetta. The IGP assured that such fears will be taken into account. All those fears will be considered. Nigeria is not the only country operating state policing. Comparative studies will guide our recommendations, he said. Exactly. Since this nation is not the only one. I mean, you know, so many things, we were always very careful to go into it. Anytime we have look at the cashless policy, we are very, very cautious in going into it because of the Nigeria. Everything has to do with Nigerian factor. But then, I mean, if it is being done everywhere, why is it Nigeria that is not being done?
But I think the state police, I don't think if it is, you know, directed, the policy is, you know, taken out in the right way, and the politicians not misusing them, and that has been the fears from the past. I think it is a great, if Amotekun is not being misused, I don't see any reason why, if the state police is eventually established, they will be misused. We'll take a break, we'll be back.
Lákòókò Ramadan yìí, Kivo non-dairy creamer ń darapọ̀ mọ́ gbogbo ẹbí jákèjádò Nàìjíríà nínú àdúrà àròjinlẹ̀ àti ìrẹ́pọ̀.
Láti sàárì sí ìṣinu, ṣe àfikún adùn sí ife tíì, kọfí, custard tàbí ògì pẹ̀lú ìṣerere Kivo tó kì pọ́pọ́.
Tí oòrùn bá ti wọ̀, tí àwọn olólùfẹ́ kórajọ fún ìṣinu, jẹ́ kí àkókò kọ̀ọ̀kan ní ìtumọ̀, kó rọrùn, kó sì dùn sí pẹ̀lú Kivo non-dairy creamer. Kivo non-dairy creamer jẹ́ kí Ramadan yìí jẹ́ àkókò ìṣerere.
Yes, still talking state police now. Like I mentioned earlier, since the Amotekun can be put on the right path, talking about you know, policing some areas, trying to prevent insurgency and kidnappings, I think, and not trying to be misused by some politicians. I think the state police too can, you know, also have this privilege of not allowing themselves to be misused by politicians. And of course, unlike his predecessor, who expressed strong reservations about state police, that is the new IG Disu, said his men are not afraid as it is based on partnership. We don't want it to seem as if others are making decisions and we, the most important people concerned, did not do anything. We want to ensure that the best thing is done. State police have come to stay, and the police should be part of their... Yes, and the police should be able to do their own part in making it succeed. And the police are not afraid. Our jobs are not being taken. It's just an issue of partnership, he said. And well, I think, yes, on Wednesday, that was yesterday, the IGP Disu held his maiden meeting with strategic managers of the force, with DIG Frank Mba and others in attendance. And at the meeting held inside the force headquarters, Abuja, Disu unveiled a sweeping reform agenda for the force, declaring zero tolerance for misconduct, partisanship, and abuse of authority. Yes, and well, like I told you earlier, he has inaugurated the Committee on State Police. And
just like you said, it has come to stay. I mean, it has to do with partnership. And you know that just like we have the ICPC and EFCC, even in the at the federal level, we also have it at the state levels. And I mean, they are also partnering. So it's not a matter of one section taking over the jobs of another. Their jobs are not being taken over. I mean, so although there will be there will be partnership as well as a separation of powers, and so there's no need for any problem, because let's just give it a try. Let's give it a try. Let's see how far it will go. It's been done everywhere,
yes,
even in the whole world. And let's give it a try even in Nigeria.
Yes, this one says here, still talking terrorism here. Our church attack, defendant narrates ordeal in DSS custody. I think that is one of those who are arrested. The first defendant in the trial of the alleged attackers of St. Francis Catholic Church in Owo, Ondo State, in which 41 people were killed and 140 others injured on Wednesday, told a federal high court sitting in Abuja how he was manhandled by operatives of the Department of State Services DSS while in their custody. The defendant, Abdul Malik Idris Omeiza, said he was arrested at about 2:26 a.m. on August 1, 2022 by DSS operatives in his house in Okehi local government area of Kogi State and driven to the Lokoja office of the secret police, where he alleged that he was hanged with chains on his legs and his eyes were covered. Well, the attack, you should remember, it was during the administration of late former governor Akeredolu, Rotimi Akeredolu, then when the event happened. And well, he is giving these details of this ordeal. That means he is trying to say that he was mistakenly arrested. And he is saying that having spent some days in DSS custody in Lokoja, he said he was moved to the DSS office in Akure, Ondo State, along with his elder brother again, who is the third defendant in the matter, alleging that he was beaten with wire on his bare body as he was stripped naked, leaving him in boxers by DSS operatives. After the beating, they dropped him from where he was hanged, poured water on him, and started using electric light to shock him. I don't know. Fine, they are trying to extract information from him, but what is the difference from this kind of trying to get information? Difference between the DSS and the then SARS then. It is this kind of activities by the SARS then, the defunct SARS then, that made people to revolt against them. So I don't think this is necessary to get information. And he is accusing them of, arresting him falsely.
Well, as a matter of fact, the security operatives should go all out for those, the suspects. In all these heinous crimes, but at the same time, the fundamental human rights of such people should be guaranteed. Should be enforced. They should not just be treated anyhow.
Yes.
Even if you want to ferret information from them, you just have to do it in the with due process. Not just going through inhuman attitude or process that is not constitutionally guaranteed. So this act by the police, they should refrain from just treating anyone alleged to have done something. They should not just treat them anyhow. They should do it going through the true process.
Yes, the true process. We know how some other countries extract information from criminals. We know, not beaten with wire, hanging on the legs. The blood will flow into the eyes. After the beating, they will pour water. It is inhumane. Yes, it is. Well, we hope the police will, see to this. And also, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Waidi Shuaibu, on Wednesday reaffirmed the Army's unwavering commitment to dismantling armed groups and criminal networks threatening lives and livelihoods across the north-central zone, comprising Benue, Nasarawa, and Taraba states. Yes, and that is where the issues of insurgency is really rampant. Well, we say that he has reaffirmed. Let's say that, well, the reaffirmation will come through, yes, and it will be on top of that situation in the north central. That is talking about the checking of criminal activities, criminal networks in the north central.
Well, let's move on to other stories, talking about our former President Olusegun Obasanjo's 89th birthday. My prison years were for my principle. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo yesterday declared that his incarceration under the military ruler, General Sani Abacha, remains a stark reminder of the cost that often accompanies principled leadership. Obasanjo spoke while delivering a keynote address at the international colloquium titled Burden and Blessings of Leadership, Reflections from Global Africa to the World, organized as part of the activities marking his 89th birthday in Abeokuta, Ogun State. The former president, who reflected on his journey through military command, imprisonment, and democratic governance, described leadership as both a heavy burden and a profound blessing.
Yes.
He has seen, I mean, he's a man that has seen so many things, I mean, even in his lifetime.
Yes, experienced so many positive and negative trauma. Yes, and he's saying here, like I'm saying here on this platform here, he's saying he will not die anytime soon. He condemned those circulating a fake letter in which he was purportedly speaking about his death, saying they were only wasting their time because I day can't be. You remember that balance? Then when he said the day can't be, then he's repeating it here now. Well, happy birthday to our Ebora Wu, former President Olusegun Obasanjo. Yes, Ebora Wu. Yes, like I'm seeing here, celebrating Ebora Wu at 89. Yes, I have this here. That is talking about education sector now. FG imposes 6-year ban on new private universities. Revives adult literacy. Approves insurance cover for 180 federal unity schools. 6-year ban on new private universities. I think that means no private university will be established for the next 6 years. I think that is should be what that means. But let me go through the story. Yeah, just some excerpts here. And well, this is from the story is from the Tribune, and well, I don't think. Well, there's always a mistake with the Tribune when they say a story is on a page. We don't usually say the story. It might be on another page. But well, let me just assume that this is what this ban means. The federal government imposing a 6-year ban on new private universities.
Well, let's hope that the federal government, what they are saying this time around is right, because definitely one would think that those that are already been established should be fully developed. I mean, fully developed before thinking of even having new universities. Not only private universities, even the federal government too. Universities. I mean, just creating more universities without adequately funding them. They have said it so many times that they will.
Yes.
There will be there are no more private universities will be established, but it's the one that makes a law again that will say, well, we are reconsidering it because of one factor or the other. You know, federal government can give hundreds of reasons for doing what they want to do, especially when somebody that is very close to them wants to establish his own. But let's wait and see.
Yes.
Time will tell whether what they have said will come to stay. Is it not in the next
6 years?
It's 6 years.
It has been said before, and when it was said then, private universities were being established, you know. But well, let's see what will happen. We'll take another break now. We'll be back.
Bàbá, ẹ̀gbọ́n tó nílò òun wí ni.
Mo kúkú gbọ́, ó ná ọmọlúàbí pọ́nbélé.
Ọmọlúàbí pọ́nbélé. Bọ́làjú ti wá ń pọ̀ sí yìí. Ṣáwá lè sọ pé ọmọlúàbí pọ́nbélé kan bẹ níbì kan mọ́.
Ó sì wà, ọmọ àfiwà bí. Inú ìran ní ti ràn wá. Ni wọ́n fi ń pè é ní ọmọnìwà òbí, ọmọlúàbí. Ọ̀làjú tó wá ń tọ́ka sí un. Kò fi gba kankan pa ọmọlúàbí run. Ẹni mẹ́tọ́ tó sì ń ṣẹ̀tọ́ láwùjọ là ń pè ní ọmọlúàbí.
Ẹ ṣeun bàbá. Ọkọ rẹ yẹ kó tàn yẹrinyẹrin ju aṣọ ara rẹ lọ. Ìwọ ọmọlúàbí kò kútarí, kò sì lè kúta láéláé. Jẹ́ ọmọlúàbí. Àjọ ìjọba ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ tí ń runi sókè tanijí kálẹ̀ bárùkù ti dàgbàsókè amúlùdùn àtọrọ ayé èyí ni Ọ̀yọ́ State Mobilization Agency for Socio-Economic Development (OMASED) ní ṣùwàlétí.
This Ramadan, Kivo Non-Dairy Creamer joins families across Nigeria in prayer, reflection and unity. From iftar to Soho, enrich every cup of tea, coffee, custard or pap with Kivo creamy goodness.
At sunset, as loved ones gather for iftar, make every moment richer, smoother and tastier with Kivo Non-Dairy Creamer.
Kivo Non-Dairy Creamer. Make this Ramadan a good time moment.
Kivo Creamer.
Any motor where you dey drive, you need confirm protection, no, for your engine, no. Get make a mobile, make it mobile, oh, make it mobile. Anywhere you dey, the motor deserve to be #1, yo. Make it mobile, oh, make it mobile. You carry the go, make everybody join me say, make it mobile.
Make you go with the best.
Make it mobile.
The program is still conversation on Oluyole FM 98.5 right here in the city of Ibadan. And yes, now before we move to some politics, I think this story will interest people, especially in Lagos and Osun State axis. Talking about the approval of the reconstruction of the Ibadan, Ife, Ilesha Road and others. And also in Lagos, from Lagos, Kata Bridge will be demolished and reconstructed. Well, I'm of interest I'm interested really in the Ibadan Ife Ilesha Road construction. Well, if that road can be reconstructed, it will be of utmost benefit to regular pliers on that road. I applied that road so many times. In fact, the state of that road, very devastating, very appalling. Yes, a journey of about 2 hours, end up spending like 6-8 hours because of the state of that road. Well, we hope the federal government will, ensure that this reconstruction comes to pass.
But then another thing is that the federal government should ensure that this road is now given to a good contractor.
Yes, a credible contractor.
A credible contractor. You know that the last time the road was constructed, it was alleged that it was not well constructed, and that was the reason why it did not last long. It's a good news, but then who's going to take up the responsibility of constructing the road? And talking about the contractor, they should look well before, look for the right contractor, not just give it to anyone that will just model the whole thing and
at the same time
will deliver a good work.
Yes, and be on the same spot again. One step forward, two steps backward.
Because a lot of money, will be expended on that road. So we are looking forward to the construction of the road, and let it commence even in earnest, as quickly as possible, because people are honestly looking forward to that road being constructed. It's very, very vital, and it links so many parts of this nation also, and it's very vital.
Yes.
And it links even one of the best universities we have in Nigeria, the Oluyole University.
Yes.
So it's very crucial. And that so many lives have been lost. So if they do it as quickly as possible, commence and give it to the contractor, it will be a good development.
Yes. Well, we pray that it comes through and it sees the light of day. Now, talking about some politics here now. The Independent National Electoral Commission, they are trying to ensure that all things are really put in place, all machinery are being put in place to ensure a free, fair and credible elections. But he's blaming the political parties. He's saying that he raised concerns over what he described as unnecessary litigations and persistent internal leadership crisis within political parties, which is disturbing their own program. And it warned that the trend is undermining its commitment to democratic consolidation. The chairman of the commission, Professor Joash Amopiton, SAN, expressed concern on Wednesday at a technical workshop on the revision of INEC regulations and guidelines for political parties organized in partnership with the Westminster Education for Democracy in Ikot, Ekpene. Yeah, I think that is somewhere in the east. And the technical workshop was organized, to align party guidelines with changes introduced in the Electoral Act 2026 as amended. Well, he's trying to ensure that political parties, their activities, is trying to ensure that it does not affect the planned events of INEC for these parties towards the 2027 elections. But he's complaining, at least I think he said it here at this gathering here, this workshop here.
Trust politicians, if there's any, he was talking about unnecessary litigations.
Yes.
If there's any loophole, whereby the politicians can, come in, they will always use the avenue. So it's only if every loophole is blocked, that's the only way. But talking about litigation, there will continue to be the litigation. So they should be ready for litigation.
Yes,
except constitutionally or whatever way in which they can be. The politicians will always look for ways by which they will have their own say in any matter. To scuttle anything, so that their own will be done.
Yes.
It's only we and those making our constitution. Those people are the ones that should put the right constitution in place, so that every loophole will be blocked. If every loophole is blocked, but if it is not, definitely it's not a matter of appeal. There is no appeal that can suit any politician. Is it possible? That's the question the politician will ask the senior advocate of Nigeria. Is it possible? Let's utilize it if it is possible and stop the whole thing. So
and he's making some points here. He said these frequent leadership tussles do more than dilute party ideologies. They spill over into courtrooms, resulting in a deluge of unnecessary litigations where INEC is routinely joined as a party. And each day spent defending these intra-party disputes is a day diverted from their primary mandate of election planning. That is what he's trying to say, that all these litigations, and so it is disturbing their own planned, program.
That's just it. I mean, it will continue to, except they have new rules. I don't know. They should just sit down again and look for rules that will deter politicians from all this leadership tussle. And the politicians too should have a change of mind.
Yes, and like he said, they are moving. INEC is moving to reform party primaries and campaign finance.
So help them. I pray God will help them.
Yes, talking about, there is a protest about to come up in Abuja, and that is talking about let me first go through it. The United States Embassy in Abuja cancelled all visa appointments scheduled for Wednesday, March 4, citing the potential for protests in the Federal Capital Territory. In a notice issued to applicants, the embassy said the decision was taken as a precautionary measure due to security concerns linked to anticipated demonstrations in Abuja. All visa appointments on Wednesday, March 4, 2026 have been cancelled due to the potential for protest in Abuja, the statement read. And I haven't seen what the protest is all about. The embassy assured of affected applicants that they will be contacted directly with instructions on how to reschedule their appointments, and it also advised visa seekers and members of the public to monitor its official website and social media platforms for further updates. I'm not saying what the protest is about here, so I don't know why the U.S. Embassy is cancelling visa appointments. The reasons for the protest is not stated here.
Well, let's talk about the Middle East war. Spain PM, that is the Prime Minister, takes on Trump after threat to cut trade ties.
Which Prime Minister is that?
Spain. Spanish.
Okay.
Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sánchez has responded to President Donald Trump of the United States' threat to cut off all trade with Spain over his government's refusal to facilitate the U.S. ongoing attacks against Iran, comparing the growing conflict in the Middle East to playing Russian gambling with the destiny of millions. Well, talking about the reply of the Spanish Prime Minister in his address yesterday, Sánchez called on the US, Israel and Iran to stop their war before it was too late, saying you can't respond to one illegality with another, because that's how humanity's great disasters begin. Well, the man has said his own.
Yes.
You see, there's no permanent enemy, there's only permanent interest. Whenever Trump talks, you talk about everything is being done in the interest of Americans. And I think also the Spanish Prime Minister is also talking, concerning his own people also. Is saying, is making this declaration on behalf of the people of Spain, because he's also talking in the interest of his own people. So everyone has his own interest.
Yes.
The interest of American interest, should not override all other people's interest. What the Prime Minister of Spain is saying, that let us stop this war. It's needless. Let's just stop it. How far it has gone right now, let's look for an amicable settlement concerning this
the issue. Well, let me just give you tips of the latest main events that is related to the war in the Middle East. And Iranian news agency Tasnim reported that several explosions were heard in Tehran on Thursday morning, and it said the country had activated its defenses in response. Also, Iran launched a fresh round of missiles at Israel earlier Thursday, triggering alerts in several areas, including Tel Aviv, according to the Israeli military and Tehran's state media. And again, an airstrike hit the Hezbollah stronghold of South Beirut early Thursday, that is early today, after Israel had issued a warning to residents. Elsewhere, 3 people were killed in a pair of Israeli strikes on vehicles along Beirut's airport highway, Lebanon's health ministry said. And also a tanker was hit by a large explosion in the waters of Kuwait, causing an oil spill, British Maritime Security Agency MTO said. And also Qatar has begun evacuating residents of its capital living near the US embassy as a precautionary measure, the Interior Ministry said, after Iranian strikes. And a ballistic missile launched from Iran and heading towards Turkish airspace via Iraq and Syria was destroyed by NATO air defense systems, Turkish officials said. So it goes on and on and on. Yes, and well, we thank God that our own people, our own pilgrims from Oyo State, Christian pilgrims from Oyo State, are already back. Yes, already back from Jordan through Turkey back to Nigeria. Yes, we thank God for them, and we thank God for their lives. And and I can see, I saw a report that the commission in charge of Christian pilgrimage has banned any pilgrimage until further notice to that area.
Okay, they have suspended it.
Yeah, suspended. Yes, suspended.
So we thank God for the safe arrival of the pilgrimage, even back to the country. Well, let's talk about Rufai. Rufai is no more talking. It's ICPC. Why I'm keeping quiet by El Rufai. Former Kaduna State Governor Nasir El Rufai has explained why he refused to answer investigators' questions, saying his decision to remain silent was deliberate and based on his belief that the probe by the Independent Corrupt Practices Commission (ICPC) is politically motivated. In a written responses to ICPC agents, the former governor presented his silence as both a constitutional right and a protest against what he described as a politically driven investigation. He insisted that he will only respond to any allegations in court. ICPC, why I'm keeping quiet? El Rufai. Okay. So all stage is now set at the court. He says not talking. Let's go to the court. It's part of his own constitutional right.
Yes.
So let's go to. So he said, let's meet in court. And I think what he has done right now is a flaw to facilitate the quick hearing. If he's not talking, I mean, you have no choice that to just quickly take him to the court.
Yes.
But if he's talking, it is what he's saying that will be using against him in the public. So, and he says he's not talking. Let's go to court. So when you cannot ferret any information from him, you have no choice, no other choice than to take him to court.
Yes, we'll take another break. We'll be back for the phone lines.
èyíkéyìí ọkọ̀ tó bá ń wà onílọ àbò tó péye máa dágunlá jẹ́ kó jẹ́ mú bí o níbikíbi tó bá wà ló fún ojúlówó ó yá sọ pé jẹ́ kó jẹ́ mú bí o lóbi ní ìṣúlẹ̀ ọjọ́ jẹ́ kó jẹ́ mú bí o lọ pẹ̀lú ojúlówó.
lákòókò Ramadan yìí Kivo non-dairy creamer ń darapọ̀ mọ́ gbogbo ẹbí jákèjádò Nàìjíríà nínú àdúrà àròjinlẹ̀ àti ìrẹ́pọ̀.
láti sàárì sí ìṣínú ṣe àfikún adùn sí ife tíì kọfí custard tàbí ògì pẹ̀lú ìṣerere Kivo tó kì pọ́pọ́.
tí oòrùn bá ti wọ̀ tí àwọn olólùfẹ́ kórajọ fún ìṣínú jẹ́ kí àkókò kọ̀ọ̀kan ní ìtumọ̀ kó rọrùn kó sì dùn sí i pẹ̀lú Kivo non-dairy creamer. Kivo non-dairy creamer jẹ́ kí Ramadan yìí jẹ́ àkókò ìṣerere.
The program is still conversation on Oluyole FM 98.5 in Ibadan. The numbers to call are 08055009850 or 07055551985. Conversation is the program. Time to pick your calls. Yes, Tinubu directs halt to airport cashless policy. That is one headline on the front page of the Tribune. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Well, you can do well to call us back. Hello, good morning. Good morning.
Calling from Oluyole.
You're welcome.
Yes, God bless you. Yes, the issue of this state policy. I said it's that we don't know about this platform that let's give it a try according to Mr. Bill that statement. Yes, let's give this thing a try. There's no crime in giving something a try. Yes, if it doesn't work, then we can back out. Yes, on the issue of Ilesha Ibadan Road, last time I traveled, the work is ongoing there. I mean last time, that was December last year. The work is ongoing. And now I want to believe the work is still going on. So let's give it to Mr. President. He promised and he's scared to his promise. God bless you. Have a nice talk.
Yes, thank you very much, Mr. Ojo Michael. Yes, expecting more calls. 07055551985. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Akubare from you.
You're welcome.
Bless you, my brothers. I strongly support all your opinions, Mr. Adoya on the question of state police. There is nothing wrong in creating state police because we know crime is local. Crime is very, very local. And the problem we have in this part of the world, in Africa particularly, is that we always see problem first in every opportunity, whereas in the same climb, they see opportunity in every problem. Already, the existing police, have we not been condemning, have we not been saying that the existing police is being biasly used? So, let's try it. Those who invented motor cars, planes, they know that definitely there will be hazard, but they still went on to create it, and we are still using it, despite the hazard. Let's continue on. Let's allow the creation of state police. There is nothing wrong in it. Good morning, sir.
Thank you very much. Well, the program is still conversation on Oluyole FM 98.5 in Ibadan. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I'm Jide. I'm calling from Konaba.
Yes,
I want to talk on INEC. INEC that was saying that was blaming the political parties for crisis and go after elections. INEC should, if they don't have anything to say, you just go and find somewhere to sit and sit down. They always start all these things. Why we they cluster every election on the same day? The National Assembly election, the legislative election, we put it with the presidential election. The state legislative election, they put it with the governorship election. The excuse they used to give is that there's no fund to be separating elections. Legislative election should be done differently from executive election in this part of the world, because most people who vote don't know even their legislators. They only vote for the party they know. They just they don't know the person, and the people who are not competent to just emerge as state house of assembly or federal house of assembly or senators. People they are not supposed to be there at all. But if you do this thing separately, maybe different days, maybe a week before, let them do their election separately. Especially the senators, the federal legislative honorables and the state. Let them do it on the same day separately. Let people know them. Let them, I'm voting for this, I'm voting for this, I'm voting for this. Most of them will not come, will not go to the house. So don't cluster everything together. You cluster everything together, you create problem, and you are wishing that problem away. That problem should go. It shouldn't go. There is going to be litigations. Then on the issue of they've been doing rehabilitation of that road for ages. But one thing I just want them to do is that if they want to do it this time around, what they should do is that they should extend that road. That road should be double lane. That road has passed, time has passed all these ages of going through one lane on that road. That lane, that should be 2 lane from Ife to Iwo Road. Should be 2 lane. The street light should be there. I think we should be more flexible for you. I mean, at now, when we are in 2026, let's not do street light from Ibadan to Ife or Ibadan to Ondo. Let it be 2 lane. So thank you.
Well, thank you very much. Well, yes, that is your opinion, and of course, I can remember in the past there was a time in Nigeria when all elections were held in one day. Yes, I can remember. 07055551985. That's the number to call.
Well, let's quickly take this story. Talking about economic hardship, parents move wards from private to public schools. Kids becoming breadwinners overnight. The economic situation in Nigeria has pushed many families into a tight financial corner, and the impact is particularly severe for parents who can no longer afford private school tuition for their children. Not only are parents pulling their children out of private schools, some are also pushing their children into the workforce due to the high cost of living. Well, that's a pathetic situation
yes,
in the country.
Because I can recall that there was a time people were moving their kids from private schools, to public schools, and well, rather pathetic. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Madimela from Ibadan.
Yes, you're welcome.
Thank you very much, Mr. Lee and Camilo. Thanks for your report.
Yes.
And this crisis, you see, countries, all the stress, Iran and others, they intend to acquire properties. And this crisis, it is affecting people. It's affecting countries. It's affecting properties. And people are losing their lives. And people are suffering. So people want to travel, they can't travel. So the United Nations should intervene. The attention should be paid to safety and environment. And this country, Iran, Israel, United States, should resolve. And on the state police, you see, we have Amotekun orders, and they are contributing to the country security. And at present, they need to create the state police. So they should create it, and they should collaborate, and the collaboration is necessary in order to put serious check against crime. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, we quickly squeeze in one more call here. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Quickly.
Yeah, from they want to create state police. It's good to create state police. But further one point, I want to say for all of us that live in Nigeria is that we should love the neighbor as you love yourself. If you love your neighbor as you love yourself, you will not do the bad things to another people. That's the problem that we face in Nigeria, is that we do not love ourselves. We love ourselves. We cannot keep each other. We cannot damage property of each other.
Thank you very much. Yeah, so, yes, it's been an interesting time on conversation Oluyole FM 98.5 indeed.
Toby is already standing by for the sports update this morning. Nigeria is no longer out of World Cup completely.
Well, for Nigeria, we only saw a statement from FIFA about the teams participating in the playoffs. Well, we'll wait an official statement, maybe throwing Nigeria's petition out.
Yes, Sport Tidbit is net, and of course some results of yesterday's matches, and Toby will furnish us. In Kato is around well, how Aruko Dali inspired Wolves to win. That is according to the coach, and other stories. Yes, they are here with us in the studio.
Yes, good morning, sports fans. Thursday morning, right here from the live studio of Oluyole 98.5 FM, your champion star. We are live from the mother station in the Asian city of Ibadan. My name is Toby Ajewole, your host on the program this morning, and on the menu we have a whole lot of stories from the world of handball, boxing, football stories, local and foreign, just the way you like it. Yes, just be strapped and enjoy what we've curated for you on the program this morning. So I really can't wait to get started in the program. You can catch us on Facebook and on YouTube on the live stream. Oluyole 98.5 FM, the name of the channel. So drop your comments. If you also want to call into our live studio where you can make the microphone yours and have your say, 2 numbers, admit your calls into our live studio. The first 070-5555-1985, 070-5555-1985. Second is 080-5500-9850, 080-5500-9850. So those 2 phone numbers, admit your calls into our live studio this morning. Special hello to listeners from Okeogun 96.3 FM and Agility 92.1 FM. Ayinka is also in the studio, and we will also be doing this together. Yes, once again, Ramadan Kareem to our Muslim